Hola amigos, ¿cómo están? Hello people, how you are? Here we are at Libro de Viaje, the trip book Puerto Peñasco.
Ooh.
And we have many things to tell you what's going on in this city. And one of these things is an event that is prepared by Graciela Insunza. How are you today?
Good, thank you. How's everybody? I hope everybody's doing good.
And well, for have this kind of relaxing, we're doing a chuchica, that it means Mexicano in Tohono O'odham language.
I highly recommend it. It's super delicious. And it's making me feel confident to talk to you guys. Very happy.
And if you know who is Graciela Chela, she's, how do you say, sommelier?
Sommelier.
Sommelier. And she's preparing many events in the next month, but she's talking about one that is taking place in November,
Well,
October the 19th.
Uh-huh.
October the 19th. And it's taking place in a very beautiful boat, right? Okay.
Yeah.
First than nothing, thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
You are one of the first interviews that we are developing here.
I feel
and,
special.
You are special because before we had you at Peñasco as well.
Yes, exactly.
And we went together to Cedo, and it
Uh-huh.
was a great event, and you say that it was a fantastic promotion event, right?
Yes, Arena Vino Fest was a success. Thank you to everybody for that.
Okay, but we were talking before we got into the camera
Uh-huh.
that, you was working in Spain,
Mhm.
but you decide to have a trip, or I don't know, to Germany, and that's the way that you decide to start living as a sommelier. Tell us just a little bit about that.
I used to work for the Australian Embassy in Madrid, Spain, and within that, I was focused on working with the wine production with Australian wine and a Spanish wine collaborating. From there, I take a trip to Germany because I have friends there, and we go to the Rhone Valley. And they gave me Riesling straight out of the barrel. The owner was very surprised. There was a Mexican there, and he's like, "You have to try my wine." He gave me a tour of his vineyard, and then he poured that Riesling out of that barrel, and there was no going back. That's the day I said, "I'm gonna become a wine professional."
And you returned to Mexico, and then how you started in the wine industry then?
Well, story short, I'm one of the first ones that started wine tours in Sonora, Arizona, which is wine country in Arizona. I started focusing on taking people to get to know our vineyards because a lot of people don't know Arizona has top quality wine and grapes. So we decided that it was time for people to start realizing there was more beyond California. And that's how I started. I started with the wine tours. Every time I started talking to people, I learned more and more about it. And within 2 years, that was in 2015. So in about 2 years later, I became a quarter master wine sommelier. So that's when I started focusing on not just wine tours, but also promoting food and wine pairing dinners, wine festivals. My very first wine festival myself was at an Vino Fest, but I've been collaborating for the last 7-8 years with other vineyards and other companies.
Then, how'd you get Peñasco? How'd you hit Peñasco?
How do I hit Peñasco? Well, I mean, being from Arizona, we all love Peñasco. It is the closest beach to us besides San Carlos, and I realized I didn't want to live in the US anymore. So I said I'm moving to Mexico in July 2022. And I moved to Baja Cali first. That is why I have that connection with Valle de Guadalupe. But after a few months, I decided that Rocky Point was going to be the place. I had already thought about Rocky Point, and I said, okay, it's time for me to move back to Arizona. I mean Sonora, and live in Rocky Point, and that was in December will be 2 years ago.
Okay, great. And then, as an entrepreneur, you start doing a business, and then, like, how was 3 months ago? Is when you started with the first event.
June.
In June.
June was my very
July.
first event here in Sonora.
September. Just 3 months ago.
Just 3 months ago.
Just 3 months ago, and then you start doing other pairing events in different restaurants and chefs, right?
Yes. And due to the fact of the wine festival was a success, I started distributing wine here in Rocky Point. So if anybody needs Mexican wine, you can reach out to me. I do deliver. But that's how it started. So I started distributing wine, and then little by little started doing the food and wine pairings as well, and other events.
Okay, well, that sounds great. Thank you for give us a little bit of your background.
Yeah.
But now about this event, tell us what is all the program of this unique event, because I don't remember if I attended to something like this before.
I don't think so. I think this might be the very first one. This kind of event. It is called Wine and Beats Sunset Cruise. So it is a sunset cruise, where we all know that, but this cruise is a little special. It is invite only. It's only the people that are part of this event that have tickets will be able to get on the boat. It is semi-gala, so you can dress up a little nicer than the usual. And we're gonna have only my wines on the boat, so you can get to try them.
What kind of wines?
So we're gonna have 4 wines. We have a Chardonnay Sauvignon Blanc blend. Then we have a sparkling rosé, and we have a Cab Merlot blend and a Merlot Syrah blend. They're all from different vineyards, so it is not just one vineyard that I'm promoting for this event. And it is all gonna be paired with tapas made by Chef Adriana. She's preparing a great menu for this event, and we're also gonna have good music. If any of you participated to Arena and Vino Fest, the DJ set we had there is the one that's gonna be on the boat. So it's gonna be very relaxing, very classy, and overall, if somebody doesn't drink wine, I will have beer available. I have champagne and beer available for the ones that don't drink just wine.
Nothing will be wasted. Okay, I think that
That's for sure.
it sounds like a terrific plan. We'll be attending. And if you want to know more about the event, please reach Graciela. And well, we will be so happy to have good wines and tapas.
Oh,
thank
yeah.
you for thinking on us, and
Yeah.
you know that we can start doing more contents about wines and dinners and pairings and different
Yeah.
stuff that could be a good idea
Yeah.
to have you once a month or so. I don't know, but
I'm welcome to it.
yes, and she will have to bring a bottle of wine each time.
We'll always have the Bacanora, but we'll also promote the wines. We need the Bacanora because I get nervous. I do get nervous on camera, I'm gonna be honest. So I kind of have to have a little bit of this so I can be okay.
And when we're gonna talk with the Chuchica people because we are promoting this tequila.
Chuchica is
Not tequila,
definitely good.
Bacanora. Sorry.
Bacanora.
Well, do you want to add something about the event? Do you want to tell your Facebook page, your Instagram?
Yeah, you can always find me on Instagram as Wine Bebecita. Under Wine Bebecita, I will have all the details of future events. This Wine and Beats Sunset Cruise, we are pretty much sold out. We have a few, I think I have 4 tickets left, but there will be more in the future because I am getting requests on having this more often, and it'll be all promoted on Instagram. I have a few events coming up in November, so if you want to save the date, November 16th, I'm having a food and wine pairing dinner at Las Conchas Beachfront. Full moon. It'll be beautiful and private. I don't even mention the location until you're ready to know. And on the 23rd of November, I'm having another festival, Sensorial Fest. That'll be November 23rd at Hacienda Monarca. A lot of people don't know where this is, but it is entering Rocky Point between the bridge and the Coca-Cola factory. It is beautiful. It is an hacienda. It is legit huge hacienda, and it's gonna be very fun. I'm mixing the 5 senses and the 4 elements to the festival. So not only are we gonna have food and good music and wine, I am also gonna have workshops where you're gonna connect with all your senses, and you can learn more about how to use your senses and the 4 elements we have on Earth. It'll all be connected. So there will be food workshops, meditation workshops, blindfold wine tasting, a little bit of everything. So I recommend that you save the date for the 16th and the 23rd of November.
Well, much more information. And well, I think it's all. Thank you for coming.
You're very welcome.
And well, see you soon. See you
Thank
soon.
you.
October the 19th.
October 19th. And Wine Bebecita on Instagram.
One Bebecita on Instagram. And well, keep following us also. This is Trip of Travel, Libro de Viajes in Puerto Peñasco. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.